thunder, so I ran from the rain. Oh, I never make that mistake again. I felt the mountains move, your touch made me shake. I let my fear in the way. I wanted to run and hide away from you, keep from slipping under.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been a very long time, I know, but I'm glad you guys stuck with me through it all. I've got a huge update. I got my boobs done. I got new teeth, they're dentures, but we work with what we got, and I have more to tell you. So while I explain everything that's going on with me, I'm going to do my makeup. So the biggest thing that's been going on with me is, like, before on my channel, you guys knew about me being engaged. Well, there was a whole fiasco that happened there. The fiance I had at the time that I was with for 7 years. First, thought he was gay when we met, and then he found himself attracted to me. We met on Hornet. His name was, let's say, well, you guys already knew his name. His name was Nicholas. Anyway, so he realized later in life that he, after 7 years of dating, that he was gay. And during that time, we went through a lot of ups and horrible downs because of basically him going through all that. And it was hell on me because of the fact that he made a lot of our relationship seem like my fault, sexually mostly. And what hurt the most had to be the fact that, like, as someone who's transitioning throughout all that, even though I am, intersex or hermaphrodite, for those who aren't sensitive, I went through a hell of a relationship. Like, it was very extra, let's just say. And for a relationship as someone from 24 till I was, 3 years ago? So I'm 33, so 30, until I was 30. I went through having a man constantly tell me that, my weight was an issue, or that, I needed to lose weight, or I was getting fat and it wasn't easy to have, sex with me type situation. And that's why he wasn't aroused or anything. That is really hell on the psyche for anybody. But in particularly for me, it was a mind fuck and has proceeded to fill me with a lot of insecurities. And that doesn't help with the fact that we were in an open relationship for majority of our relationship. Like, we were fine at the beginning, and then he was like, I can't be loyal like that, or some shit. Anyway, so throughout all that time, I got kicked out of my mom's house, pretty much making me homeless. I ended up living with a god sister for a while. And then, and that was in Bolingbrook. So that was like during the early time of my transition. Before I even started hormones, I was just trying to live my life and stuff. And girl, when I tell you my makeup back then was horrible, bitch. When I say horrible, I mean horrible, bitch. That shit was awful and not cute, not even remotely. And I am so ashamed of what it looked like. I'll edit a picture and have it like over here so you can see. But basically, while I was living there, I was looking for work. And by the time I actually got a job, it was at Portillo's during my, and I've had customers constantly telling, not wanting their order because they didn't want it from someone like me who was like pre-transition, early, tea girl. I was a little tea baby, with a boy in a dress, like those days. If you know, you'll get that joke. But it was rough for someone to be going through that and just kind of have people spit in your face because of how you present. And then I happened to run across another trans woman who is a detransitioned nowadays. I'm not going to say their name, but basically they're detransitioned now. But at the time they were, years into their transition, post-op. And I'm just kind of learning the ropes of how to, get, passable. Because when you're in the working, like, environment, you really want to look passable for certain work environments. In order to be trans, you don't have to be passable. That's not, but in this like economy and where we are now is prevalent that we try to stick with our sisters that aren't. And I get the fact that like early me didn't see that, like as a big thing. But like, girl, I didn't even know my shade, like my shade was off, girl. Like I looked like a ghost. It wasn't even my pigment, wasn't even close. Like I was like ghostly, honey. I did not remotely even look like I was going to pass because of the shade I was and pigment I picked. Like it wasn't cute. And trust me, I was trying to keep it cute, and I thought at the time I thought I was like the bee's knees and everything. Well, anyway, so at the time, once I got the job, and I was right before I even got my first paycheck, my older god sister, while I was at work, threw all my stuff out, and I had to find out by one of them calling me while I was at work. And if I didn't have my phone, I wouldn't have known. So I had to, on my break, run over there and go get it, And that is not okay for her to do that. And me and her aren't close at all now because of that. And that basically made me homeless all over again. So my mom ended up having to give me an apartment with the scumlord out in Aurora, downtown Aurora, by the train station. And I was there for a good while until like 2014, 2015, the early 2015. And by the end of that year, by the end of 2014, I was having so many issues with the landlord because the place was infested with roaches. We had to use like silicone to like try to plug up holes. The kitchen was just disgusting. It was so bad. And so finally we decided to say fuck it, and we moved to Florida. And it was nice for like, we were there for 2 months and a half. And it was us looking for work, applying to anything. And then on the weekends, we go to the gay bar down there. And that's pretty much, most people do. They go, clubbing on the weekends after, applying for stuff. And it was fine for a while, even though like my mom's friend at the time, who she's no longer friends with after what happened to us, uh basically was sleeping with the kid next door who just turned like 18 or whatever. And he's like doing them. Like, it wasn't even a secret, even though the parents didn't know. And you know, we're just trying to live our life, and he kept showing up at the club and getting drunk and being like making a scene and being embarrassing, so we had to take him home. It was just, we kept trying to like go early to like avoid him so he wouldn't know where we were going when we did have the weekends. And I was trying to see if I can get like a job there as like a dry queen, you know? And I was playing at Disney World, and at some point he decided that we weren't doing our share and freeloading, basically. And we're like, we're applying. There's not much we can do until we get something. We're just trying to, survive, And they were like, if you're not paying rent or fucking us, there's a problem. And I'm like, what the hell? And I explained that to my mom, and then we just decided to come back. And we come back, me and him break up for the first time. Because we were still in an open relationship, but we had rules. You weren't allowed to stay out all night, especially on the first date. You were supposed to get to know people. He like was out all night, left me home all alone, didn't answer my text. Like, it was like I felt neglected. And then as we're leaving, he's texting the guy the whole time, ignoring me still. And of course I felt some type of way. Like, as the girlfriend, you're supposed to pay attention to me, but of course he's not paying attention to me. He's too busy on his phone driving, and every time he had a moment, he was just it was toxic. Okay. And I ended up moving with my godmom as soon as we got down there, and we broke up, blaming me yet again. That was the first time he started blaming me. And surprisingly, I was doing really good. I got a job at McDonald's. I was making money. I started going on dates. I went to like exotic restaurants and stuff with like really great guys. And to this day, I'm like, what was I doing with him? Like, I went back to, I know I was in love with him. I was young, And I still wonder, like, what the hell was going on with my mind? Because the way I kind of made bad decisions with him about my own well-being and mental health with certain stuff was just kind of chaotic, Anywho, basically later on in the relationship, I kind of, learned to, hold on. This new camera is being insane right now. Like, basically, after we broke up, I dated older men, I dated exotic men, and I had some FWBs that I'm still friends with to this day. But after we broke up initially this time, it was after I had my first part of bottom surgery, was removing the golden orbs from my body. And we broke up about 3 years ago. And it's actually been much better because of he was a Debbie Downer. Everything about life, he found some way to complain about it. Which for someone like me who's a pessimist, that's worse than me finding bad things about everything. So we broke up. I found Andrew, who I'm currently with, and I've never been happier. And I had to get all my teeth pulled at once. Well, top row at once and then the bottom ones at once. But I had to because I have a teeth disease that I got from my grandmother. And my mom has it too. On top of finding out I'm dyslexic, got autism, like stuff you really wish you would have known as an adult and not had to wait, you know? Like, there's some things in life you just kind of wish you knew ahead of time because I'm like, well, damn, you knew I was autistic and on the spectrum and had dyslexia, and they're like, yeah, I mean that's why you had to do use your finger or a bookmark in order to read something. It's like, well, I didn't know why I did it. I just did it. So, like, as an adult, I'm just kind of like, that irritated me. I was just like, explain things to me as an adult. Of course, I'm not going to understand as a teen or a kid, especially not when it wasn't the first thing on my mind. One, dealing with gender dysphoria and trying to figure out who I am as a teenager and being forced in a box of a binary because of what they chose for me, than opposed to what I choose for me. It's just like, come on, people. Like, I don't think parents quite understand what they do for they force their kids in this like box and then kind of blame the kid for coming out as queer, gay first, and then realizing they're translators because you had a therapist worried about other things than opposed to when I can, like, as a kid I told my mom that I felt like a girl and that and I told her that when I was a kid, like I was I think 6 years old, and I was just like, I don't like this part of me. I never did. And and they keep telling me, oh, your boy, that is what you are. And then they kind of keep saying, oh, you have to have a girlfriend, you have to do this. And it really sucks because being, in the queer community as a child and not having that support system, because when I was growing up, I didn't have YouTube yet. Like, we had AOL back then, and there's that stuff that really informed us the way we are, informed now. And I just kind of wish I could go back in time and just tell myself so that I could tell a therapist, because there's so many people that were lucky that are my age that got transitioned younger. But I'm happy now, I'm just really upset about that part, though. Like, I shouldn't have to, lose out on stuff because my mom was, closed-minded on something. Like, that shouldn't be my fault. or she doesn't understand. And that's something we really need in America to explain to parents, because with all these legislative crap going out with, like, in particularly Florida, these conservatives really ruining the lives of people. For what? Their discomfort? It honestly makes absolutely no sense. So they're uncomfortable, so they have to make other people suffer and live the binary life, because why? You know? Personally, I just think the world is messed up, and we're kind of going backwards no matter how many steps we take forward. And if we get another conservative in office, it's over. Like, they're going to erase us, and I'm afraid. I'm scared. In more ways than one, honey. Because they want to take it away my ability to have surgeries that otherwise I couldn't have. They want to put surgeons in jail. It is insane what they want to do to people that are just trying to survive and live their lives and use the bathroom. And, like, if they have their way, we will be erased, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. The world we live in is insane and scary, but I'm so happy to just have been lucky enough to finally have top surgery, because how comfortable I am. I'm a triple D. Okay. I'm a triple D. I'm so freaking happy. It's done so much for my confidence. And all I can say is I'm just so happy. And so ready for, just to kind of just live my life, Like, I can't wait to have my face surgery. I think that's the one I'm going to do next, because I've already met with my face surgeon. Oh, God, it's doing it again. Come on, camera. Okay. I've already met with my face surgeon once, and that was about, getting my teeth fixed and then maybe getting braces. So, who knows what's going on there, but I'm just kind of excited to finally just get my face rounded out. So, like, even though my face is, plump right now and it makes it more rounded, just imagine that I don't have to do that. The excitement that I feel right now is insane. All right. I'm going to do my eyebrows off camera real quick, and I'll be right back. So I did a little bit more than my eyebrows. I did the contouring and everything, but, like, it doesn't stop the story. So basically, I'm working on trying to get my face done. I just got called the surgeon, and basically just set up an appointment, because I've already met with him and it was about getting my teeth fixed. But since I got them all pulled, it's time to work around it, because now it's less stuff I need to do. And, I just kind of need to just work on everything else. surgery wise. Like, I want to just get my face rounded out and my nose slightly, like on the sides, inward, if you know what I mean. Because honestly, I like my nose, but like, there's stuff about it I don't like. I'm gonna get my hairline fixed. I have alopecia, so like, I'm gonna have to wear wigs for the remainder of my life, or at least get a glue-in. And I live in Chicago, and I only know of one place, so I have to call them and find out how much they are when they do it, so that I can get that done. But, it's, I don't know. There's so much I need to get done, and I'm just happy I got this done because that's like one of the major insecurities on top of my teeth, which are now dentures. And I have a man that loves me so much. And made me so happy because, like, I was in an abusive relationship. I was in a toxic relationship on top of that one. Like, and at least this one's closed, so I don't have to worry about, getting anything from anybody. So that's wonderful. But, like, I don't know. I have my insecurities when it comes to relationships due to my past ones. I'm trying not to bring them into this one. And thankfully, my man is very understanding of that. And since he's met my ex, he gets it. Which makes things a lot easier, and he's very patient and understanding, and seems like the one thing men don't complain about when dating me is like my multi-personalities, because it feels like they're dating different people, so they don't have to cheat. And I'm just like, Andrew never said that, but like a few have. They say you're enough. It's enough trying to deal with you than to try to deal with you and somebody else on the side. Because I'm like, I guess that's a good thing, but I also don't want somebody to need to think about wanting to have someone on the side and then saying never mind. If you get what I'm saying. Anyway, pretty much that's my life so far. Like, bottom surgery's next, which is like, I think that is what I am most nervous about, because that one's the one that's like the big deal of everything. And I think most people would be nervous about that surgery. And I have that covered, I think. But I was debating on doing that one first, but I figured do my face because I've already met with the doctor. But, it's kind of like a psychological thing. Me trying to figure out what I want in a mind that's ever changing with ADHD and, I don't know, insecurities about my dysphoria. And what is bothering me more can change daily. So, when you can easily just be like, change one thing at a time and just kind of work through it and try to be patient. That is kind of where I'm at. I'm going to use these lashes. And, I don't know. It's just, I'm just happy I'm finally getting back into YouTube. I've been on the MCU's Bleeding Edge on YouTube and Facebook. I've been on their channel mostly of late, getting back into the groove of things. So if you ever want to catch me, I'm on there. Actually, I'm going to be on there tonight, Wednesday. I'm on there every Wednesday, and I may be on there this Sunday. So check us out. You can watch our past videos. We did Willow. We're currently doing The Last of Us. So I'm excited. Well, I'm going to put on my lashes and an outfit, and I'll be right back. All right, and that's the finished look. And, you know, there's more to the story that's going on in my life, but let's just, if you want to know more about what's going on with me and want to stay in touch, just leave some comments down below, and I will get with you guys soon. I love you guys so much. Thank you for sticking around and not like unsubscribing. I know it's been a while, but I'm back. And I'm going to be doing a screen rewatch on top of rewatching the entire MCU from phase 1 through phase 4 in preparation for Secret Invasion. So please stay with me, you guys. And I love you so much. Bye.